Hi, welcome to Refresh with Adiayo. So I'm going to ask a question today. What are you assuming? And I'm going to keep on. And we're still pretty much in the first few months of the year, so I think this will help someone. I remember starting this year with a lot of questions on: have you gotten your word from God? Have you decided what God has told you to do? What's this year going to look like for you? And I want to address that a little bit because we're still not far gone, and if there are mistakes along the line, it's never too late to start again and start afresh. So there were lots of programs in January. There was a lot of hype, New Year 2023, this, that, blah blah. And my question now is, what have you done with all that experience of January? Where are you on your list? Where are you on the agenda that you and God sat down with? What exactly have you done about anything that God told you about? That I'm here today recording this is one of the reasons, is as a result of those things that God and I had talked about at the beginning of this year. So that's what I'm asking. What is it that you've done? And don't feel bad. It's not going to be strange. You're not going to be the first person who's going to be making this blunder or who's going to be struggling along these lines. Even the parents of Jesus did. Because just imagine, after the celebration, the Bible says in Luke 2 that after the celebration, they all went home. And they did not realize that they did not go with Jesus. The same baby that had caused them marital issues, that had almost cost them their entire destiny and everything, they didn't realize that whole Jesus, that whole baby was not with them. And that baby was not a baby. That baby was a 12-year-old boy. But they didn't realize that they had left Jesus behind. They had left their word behind. They had left their encounter behind. And they were caught up in the euphoria of the celebration. Oh, we've gone for celebration, we're done. We've gone for this major convention. God said this, and we're all caught up in that euphoria that the essence, the real word, the real promise we leave behind. And we don't even realize that we've left it behind. Because Mary and Joseph didn't realize that Jesus was not with them until about 3 days after. Imagine a whole full-grown 12-year-old boy. You are walking with him and you don't know when he has missed from your front. But they had gone. And the moment they realized that Jesus was not with them, they did what you and I would normally do. The moment we realize that the word that God has given us doesn't seem to be coming to pass, the moment we realize that the promise of God seems to be delaying, what do? Even you are asking yourself, what do you do? We do exactly what Mary and Joseph did. We go to family and friends. We go to relations. We go to folks who were not there when God was giving us the word or the promise or when we're having our encounter. They were not there, but that's the first place we go to. And we are wasting valuable time looking for the living among the dead, so to speak. Because the promise he gave you is never ever going to be amongst family and friends, because they didn't give them to you. I have a mentor who, when I have a revelation, I ask him and I'll go and meet him and say, what is God? He'll be like, I don't understand. Am I the one that spoke to you? I'm not the one that spoke to you. So why are you coming to meet me? That has trained me to a point that when I have a revelation or I sense God on something, I pray about it first, I get direction first, then I share as confirmation. This is what I'm receiving in my spirit. Can you help me pray about it? Can you confirm? What do you think God is saying? Am I on track? Not, please, what's God saying? So they didn't look for Jesus on the 3 days after, and then they now went to family and friends. Of course, he couldn't have been there. Family and friends had no bearing with him, and they kept searching. Where have you been searching? Why are you wasting time searching? What are you looking for that is not missing? You got the encounter where? Go back to where you got the encounter from. Go back to who you got the direction from and there you will find him. And truthfully, they went straight back to the temple after about another 3 days, obviously. So that was like almost a week. Imagine you, a mother, without seeing your child, 12-year-old boy, in this day and age. What would have gone through your mind? But then they went. Imagine living your life since January till now. You've lost time. Time has gone, and you are still not pursuing the counsel of God over your life. And this is March. March is almost gone. And they went back to the temple, and there they found him. They found this 12-year-old boy seated, not playing with sand, not playing with other boys. This 12-year-old boy, this promise, this word was seated exactly where he needed to be. And that's something for another day. He was seated exactly where he needed to be, where he was sitting down with the teachers of the law. He was sitting down with the scholars. He was 12, but he was just sitting down with professors. And he was speaking. He was asking questions, and they were responding. He was learning. That's what I want to talk about entirely different. But my question to you is, where are you searching for your promise? How far have you gone? So I am the voice calling to you now, saying, how far are you going to go until you realize that Jesus is no longer with you? How long on this journey are you going to go? How long do you want to run helter-skelter until you realize that, hey, that thing I'm looking for is at the place of the encounter I had? All I need to do is go back to the place of my encounter and find out from him, hey, oh, this is what we said. How do I go about it? What do I do? Stop looking for Jesus. Stop looking for the solution in all the wrong places, because you won't be wasting time. And Jesus, God will be right there waiting for you. He won't move. He hasn't moved, and he's going to be right there waiting for you. And until you go back to where you met with him, he's going to be there, hopefully calling for your attention, like he's doing with me now, calling your attention to come back to the place of revelation and start again before 2023 will finish and you'll be saying God is not faithful. God is faithful. He cannot change his identity. If he told you this year he was going to do A, B, C, and D, he needs you to partner with him to ensure that A, B, and C come to pass. He told me I was going to do this, and this. If I sat down in my house today and say I'm not going, like I almost did, I won't be here. And then whatever God has promised me is not going to happen. So I want you today, tonight, hopefully tonight, today, don't wait till tomorrow again. Sit down, do a tete-a-tete with yourself, talk to God, and say, where have I gone wrong? This plan you gave me in January, how far, Baba? What is it? What can we do? What am I supposed to do? Shed your light on my path and help me to go further, so that this year 2023 will not just be a mark, a tick on the board. No, it's that you came to occupy, and indeed you overcame. This is Refresh Adeayo, and I'm trusting that this has been a blessing to you, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.